You are watching MLS Daily. Here is the Major League Soccer update. No full-time whistles today. Here is what is happening around the Major League Soccer. Around the matches, several sources are confirming Robert Lewandowski set to join MLS. Fabrizio Romano. Robert Lewandowski set to join MLS. Fabrizio Romano. Bombshell free in 2 days and at the end of his contract with FC Barcelona, Robert Lewandowski is set to leave Europe. Fabrizio Romano announced this Sunday evening that the Polish striker will join MLS, and more specifically, the Chicago Fire franchise. An agreement has been reached. He will sign his contract in the coming weeks, and everything is finalized. After Antoine Griezmann joined Orlando, the American League is thus welcoming another MLS Thoughts. Caps future in limbo, youth report, Arfsten surges, and more. ASN's Brian Ciaretta is here with his latest thoughts around the MLS, including his weekly youth report on U.S. youth internationals. MLS Youth Report, Hall, Miller, and Tsakiris enjoy big performances amid strong season for young Yanks. ASN's Brian Ciaretta breaks down the midweek for young Americans in MLS with Julian Hall and Peyton Miller scoring big goals and Tsakiris leading a San Jose turnaround. According to American Soccer Now, Crocker departs U.S. soccer, Yanks struggle in Europe, youth shines in MLS. ASN's Brian Ciaretta is here to break down the top stories in U.S. soccer, MLS, and Americans abroad. MLS young players shining, Berhalter surging to free agency, Luna responds. ASN's Brian Ciaretta writes about the top stories in MLS, including the breakout of several young American players, including Xavier Gozo, Julian Hall, and Tsakiris. American Soccer Now reports, MLS. Youth is served with RBNY and RSL. Montreal is awful. USMNT update, and more. ASN's Brian Ciaretta is here to offer up his thoughts on the week in MLS. Scotland goalkeeper Gunn signs for San Jose Earthquakes. Angus Gunn was Scotland's first choice at the World Cup. Getty Images. Scotland goalkeeper Angus Gunn has signed for Major League Soccer title hopefuls San Jose Earthquakes after being released by Nottingham Forest. The 30-year-old, who has 25 caps for his country, has agreed a contract until the end of the 2030 MLS season. Bruce Arena's side currently sits second in the Western Conference 15 games into the season, only behind Vancouver Whitecaps on goal difference, but having played 1 game more. According to Yahoo Sports, MLS, Lionel Messi named to 3rd straight MLS All-Star Game roster. Will he play? Lionel Messi was one of 29 players named to the MLS All-Star team on Wednesday. The Inter Miami star leads the league with 20 goal contributions and is tied for second with 12 goals in 14 games. Messi, currently with Argentina as they prepare for a World Cup quarterfinal match against Switzerland, was one of 11 players voted onto the roster. 16 others, including Messi's international and club teammate Rodrigo de Paul, were selected by MLS All-Star head coach Dean Smith. Toronto FC's Richie L., according to Yahoo Sports, MLS, Red Bull's phenom Julian Hall named to MLS All-Star squad. One of Red Bull New York's young stars is now an MLS All-Star. Julian Hall was named to the MLS All-Star Game on Wednesday as a commissioner's pick for the squad of players that will face the Liga MX All-Stars on July 29th at Bank of America Stadium. The honor is the latest feather in the cap for the 18-year-old, who has a team-leading 9 goals this season in 15 regular season matches. Julian Hall celebrates after the Red Biles' 3-2 victory over the Columbus Crew at Sports Illustrated. New stadium needed to keep Whitecaps in Vancouver, MLS Commissioner Don Garber says. Seattle, AP. MLS Commissioner Don Garber said, before the United States beat Australia at the World Cup on Friday, that the Vancouver Whitecaps need to have a new stadium deal in order to keep the club in Vancouver. We're committed to keeping the team here if we have a viable stadium project, Garber said, which we don't have now. And financial hurdles have hit the club despite its success on the pitch. BC Place, the Whitecaps' home since 2011, is government-owned AIN. According to U.S. soccer players, 2026 MLS All-Star Squad. Major League Soccer announced the 2026 MLS All-Star roster on Wednesday, completing the 29-player squad that will face the Liga MX All-Stars on July 29th in Charlotte. The game at Bank of America Stadium is set for 8 p.m. ET on Apple TV. 2026 MLS All-Star Roster, GK, Maxime Crepeau, Orlando City SC, Coaches Selection, Matt Gunn. On the transfer front, Neymar closes door on summer move to FC Cincinnati. Neymar closes door on summer move to FC Cincinnati MLS. In Eastern Conference powerhouse FC Cincinnati have missed out on the chance to bring one of the game's biggest names. The shock revelation that Brazilian icon Neymar may ply his trade on American shores has unfortunately not come to fruition, with the Seleção star officially walking away from the negotiating table. Per The Athletic's Tom Bogert. Neymar, who made his return to the pitch for Brazil after 981 days in their comfortable 3-0 win of Oz. How do the conferences look? East and West top 5. That is the recap. Follow MLS Daily, and we will see you next time.